Women Up Radio, designed to facilitate women's empowerment, improve your career, develop your talents, incorporate your passions, achieve fulfillment and success.
Hello, this is Anna Letitia Cook of Women Up Radio, supporting empower women and the girls on the road in their quest to support women entrepreneurs around the world. Fernanda and Taciana are visiting 22 countries, interviewing women and researching the conditions, business ecosystems, challenges and advantages that exist in each country. So today we're visiting Cuba, a place I dream of going to. Hi Fernanda and Taci, how are you today?
Hi Anna,
Hi, how are you? And you know, you should go.
Yes, I know, but my interest in Cuba is not professional, it's dancing. It's all of the creativity, the music, the dance, fabulous. But
so you have to go.
Yeah, definitely. Right. So, what is the general vision of business and women in business and women entrepreneurs in Cuba?
Well, you know, Cuba, well, I think I speak for both of us, was one of the most interesting countries we've been and interviewed so far.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yes. We had so much expectation, regarding Cuba, because we have no idea what to expect, actually.
Yeah.
When we talk about Cuba and when we hear news about Cuba, there's mostly there are negative things about the government, about the embargo and the relationship with the US and so on and so forth. But we knew, because we had read and of course we had talked to people, that things were starting to change. And first of all, we have to remember that the concept of entrepreneurship in Cuba is fairly recent. Only in 2008 that the government started allowing citizens to have some sort of private enterprise.
Oh, really?
So, yes, everything is booming right now in the island. So, but there's a lot of things that they have to change, of course. Cuba seems to be a pretty equal society in terms of, importance and presence of men and women, generally speaking. And, women entrepreneurs in Cuba, they are leading the way. They are so strong. They have, so much positive attitude. They are, changing the landscape, while, of course, still dealing with all the restrictions that the government still imposes, but they are thriving. And we're going to share a lot more, but business-wise, a lot has happened, and they definitely take advantage of that.
Oh, excellent. Okay,
yes.
So what does it mean to be a woman entrepreneur there? Do they have any special advantages or anything like that?
No, it means that you have to hustle a lot because, as they said, as Taci said, because of the embargo, they are not able to find out resources so easily that comparing to other countries.
Yeah.
So because they come from the Soviet Union regime, there was a very equally society type of thing. Yeah. They say that they grew up with the same privileges and obligations as men. They see that as equal. I think in the conversation that we had with them, they really told us that they didn't feel disadvantaged comparing to men, not even in business, not even in government. And what they see now is they are having the opportunity to start their own business. Of course, that is not like you can just open a business whatever you think of. There's a list from the government that you have to choose from, and that's what you can do. And because they are not able to find a lot of resources, they have to be very creative. Let's say we talk to women who own restaurants, right? And in bed and breakfast. And they told us because they cannot readily find anything that they want, many times they have to travel to buy things, purchase in the black market. Yeah, go to Mexico, go to US. Because some of them has dual citizenships, or they are able to get visas. So that's when they go out.
Yeah. Okay. And do they have any particular advantages? And with the business ecosystem, because it sounds like it's incredibly restricted, even if they are now lifting the embargoes. Because the old model, it sounds like it's very restricted.
It is still. A lot has changed, as I mentioned, but it still is a very restricted business place. And they don't have any special treatment. And no one does, actually. It doesn't matter if you're a man leading a business or a woman leading a business. You all have to abide to the same rules. So the government is going bit by bit. They are trying to open it itself, of course. But, we heard often that sometimes they are maybe scared of, what it will mean to the whole country. They know they still have major political and diplomatic hurdles to overcome. But no, there's no special treatment. But I would say that mostly because of it, all the hardships that they have to face, very basic stuff, as Fernanda mentioned, they are even eager, to succeed, to make it happen. Yeah. I think this is one of the most important characteristics that we found among these women entrepreneurs that we interviewed in Cuba.
And Anna, we interviewed some women that they were living outside of Cuba, because when there was the most restrict phase of Cuba, they went abroad, like let's say to US and to Spain.
The revolution.
And now, the revolution, they are coming back because they see now that there's so much to see and to do, like a huge, like what they say, like white canvas that you can, it's like making your own journey in Cuba again.
Yes.
So some people are coming back to Cuba, but it's very, it's very hard. Like things for us that is very readily available is not as much there. Let's say like internet. People don't have internet at homes. They have we had to buy cards that would purchase 1 hour or 5 hours internet, scratch a number and go to a public space where there's signal so we could access internet and read emails. And the internet is not even good to have a Skype conversation. It's just pretty much low data
email very low storage. Yeah.
So it's not of course they will never have currently they would never have a tech company, because there's no way for regular people to just have a tech company,
at least not in the short or medium terms. But that's one major thing that they still have to overcome to really that's why you see a lot of small medium business in the service industry, and again they have to follow the list that the government puts out. Okay, you can have open a hair salon or another restaurant or another bed and breakfast
delivery company.
So because the government, of course, they want to bring and to build entrepreneurship based on the things that the island lacks.
Yes.
In terms of services, of products. They have to they give a lemon and make you try to make a lemonade. So and they are definitely doing it. That's the beauty of it. We are very inspired in Cuba.
Oh, wonderful. So what are the soft and hard skills that the entrepreneurs there have in common or have developed?
I think soft skills is just to be very resilient. Mm-hmm. They don't see we cannot do that. It's we know that we cannot do a lot of things. Mm-hmm. So let's see how we're going to, just surpass the difficulties and move ahead. Yeah. Because otherwise they would be stuck with all the, the difficulties that they have compared with what we saw outside of Cuba.
Okay.
And hard skills, because of they have a very good education system. They are pretty much everybody go to university. They are able to do master's degree, study abroad. Some of them went to Ukraine to study, they have
during
access
during
the Soviet Union. What they have the opportunity to have a good education, which will be changing maybe in the future. But this generation that we were able to interview, they see that they have a very good foundation.
Oh, wonderful. I didn't expect that. That's good. Yes. Okay. And can you tell us about a key motivational difference that there is in Cuba which would help other women entrepreneurs around the world?
Purpose, definitely. Yeah, that's a good motivation. And, they say, one thing that they said that really, stuck with us is that we do not have time to keep whining.
Yes.
We just got to do it.
That's great.
With whatever resources we have. So I think this describes, the mindset and the attitude of the women entrepreneurs in Cuba.
And I think like we were able to talk to 3 generations. So we talked to, the grandmother, the mother, and the daughter. And what they say, like the grandmother, when you talk to her, she's very cute and say, I love the revolution. I love Fidel, and I will do every again. Her entire family is in the US, but she decided to stay in Cuba, and she's completely like happy with her life. The mother is like, okay, it was good. I can see like differences. But when you talk to the daughter, she's like, okay, I know, I get it. Cuba was like this, but that's enough. That's history. We have to change Cuba. We have to make like a progressive Cuba. We have to open the country. I want to see the world. And today it's impossible because we have all the restrictions to get out. So we see like a newer generation really motivated to change Cuba and, to keep up with whatever is happening outside of the island.
Wonderful. That sounds excellent. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Fernanda and Taci, for telling us all about Cuba. It sounds great, and I want to go even more now, so that's good.
Yes.
So next week, we're going to be visiting China with you. So thank you very much for Cuba, and I'm looking forward to hearing about China.
See you next week.
See you. Bye-bye.
I'm Anna Letitia Cook. My guests were Fernanda